you for joining us at noon. I'm China Green. The suspect in a shooting that hurt two people in Northwest Portland is due in court this afternoon. 46-year-old James Rennick turned himself in after Sunday's shooting and is now facing multiple charges, including attempted murder. Surveillance video from Sunday obtained by KGW shows a man appearing to carry two bags and then have some sort of altercation with a pickup truck driver around 7 o'clock along Northwest 21st and Gleason. The driver gets out, and we understand that there was a fight of some sort, but a half hour later, video shows some returning in a vehicle and firing a gun. Both victims are expected to survive. Rennick is due in court around 2 o'clock. We'll have more on this story after a court appearance this evening. Oregon State Police just released the name of the person killed for driving the wrong way on I-84. 34-year-old Brooklyn Fetters of Gresham was in a silver Kia Rio driving westbound in the eastbound lanes near Cascade Locks. OSP says Fetters hit another car and eventually crashed into a truck parked on the shoulder of I-84. Fetters was taken to the hospital but died. No one else involved was hurt. Clark County deputies arrested two teenagers after a shooting at a park shut down I-205 during rush hour. It happened around 4:45 last night at the Orchards Community Park. The sheriff's office says a witness saw two teens pull a handgun out of a backpack and several others heard a gunshot. The park runs alongside I-205 near 4th Plain Boulevard, and while the interstate was shut down, deputies arrested a 13 and 14-year-old. They also found two loaded guns tucked between the fence line along the freeway. An 81-year-old man and his 41-year-old son both died after they were hit by a car this past weekend in Clackamas County. While investigators say that the driver remained at the scene, they're still trying to piece together what happened and if that driver was impaired. It happened in Mooring around 9 o'clock Saturday night. Sheriff deputies responded to Southeast Lusted Road near Dodge Park Boulevard. That's where they found the victims, Larry Brenner and his son, Jonathan Brenner. We spoke with a neighbor who told us they deal with a lot of speeders on this stretch of the road.
It's pretty dangerous. The ditches are deep, and it's just dangerous, hard to get off the road out of somebody's way if they're driving crazy. I just feel sad for the families.
Investigators are asking anyone with information about the crash to contact the Clackamas County Sheriff tip line, and a GoFundMe has been set up for the Brenner family. We have an update to a story that we have been actively following here on KGW. After rejecting Clackamas County proposed deflection program 10 days ago, a state committee has now reversed its decision. Many counties are trying to establish some type of deflection program in an effort to move some illegal drug users towards treatment instead of jail before September 1st, when the possession of hard drugs becomes illegal again. Clackamas County's plan largely revolves around sending people to community court, also known as drug court. In a statement, the DA says that he's confident the program will help save lives. Newly released video by Portland police shows an all-out hunt and eventual arrest that they made during a street takeover mission. We have video that was recorded from police flying plane over Northeast 82nd and Fremont, where authorities spotted a driver in a black Chevy Camaro doing donuts. So this happened around 12:40 in the morning on August 4th. You can see the driver appear to take off when officers tried to stop him, and authorities deployed spike strips to stop that driver, causing him to eventually ditch the car on Northeast 88th and Broadway. Police say a K-9 found that driver hiding in a yard nearby. Then KGW spoke with the owner of that house, who says she watched the whole thing from her window.
It's probably, I'm guessing, a minimum of between 25 and 30 policemen. It was crazy, I thought. And in fact, I had no idea what was going on at that point, and I'm thinking, oh my God, maybe someone was shot, or, what happened?
25-year-old Victor Furman Camacho is now facing multiple charges. He'll have to forfeit his car as part of a new reckless driving law. In Washington County, we're continuing to keep an eye on the Lee Falls fire burning west of Gaston. Residents can now breathe a sigh of relief with level 3 go now evacuation orders lifted. So that means after days of uncertainty, everyone in the Cherry Grove community near Hag Lake can return home. Cooler temperatures are helping fire crews with containment there, now at 50%. And while the fire charred nearly 300 acres, no structures were damaged. As always, you can text the word wildfire to the number there on your screen. That is 503-226-5088. We'll text you back with a link to our page with up-to-date wildfire information, including evacuation orders and evacuation sites. Let's look at weather with Rod Hill.
Yeah, China, you know that fire out near Hague Lake that you just reported on, that was one of those fires that sparked on that 96-degree day. And it's evidence of just how fire danger just jumps when we have those hot days, and how it quickly becomes a much better situation when the temperature is cool. And we're seeing that really across all of Oregon and Washington. Upper level lows, the anchor like it was yesterday of our cooler weather pattern. We actually had some big thunderstorms last night that fizzled into rain showers earlier this morning, and now on radar. There they go right now, all moving northeast of I-84. But this is an area, especially out over the Blue Mountains, that we are anticipating a return of some thunderstorm activity later today. Okay, back to our wildfire theme, with the cooler weather certainly helping. And you see that on the air quality map. We still have some unhealthy readings in Deschutes County, but really, taken as a whole, it's either good or moderate. And there's mostly good air quality, the green dots, up in Washington at the south. The yellow dots are moderate. Visibility over Central Oregon has not been good for much of the past 4, 5, 6 weeks. But today, here is the back of Sun River Resort. A little hazy, yes, but to me, that's the bluest sky we've seen over in Central Oregon in quite some time. Now, it's a marine deck, causing the low cloud cover that's being stubborn right now over downtown Portland. 66 degrees. It continues to be a bit of a guessing game in terms of how much sun we're going to see this afternoon or not. I have Portland with sun breaks and 74 for a high at 5 p.m. Cool weather continues for a while. We'll have that ahead in my 7-day forecast.
All right, Rod, thank you.